What is going on, everybody? It's the Daily Fantasy Hitman back at you with another League of Legends breakdown. Today we got 2 games out of the LPL, and this is going to be our last day with only 2 games because the LCK is back tomorrow, and that means we're going to have a 4 game slate. So this is the last 2 game slater, so let's get into it. First game is going to be. What is it? No, it's a Rare Atom taking on Thunder Talk Gaming. Now, Thunder Talk Gaming currently sitting in 13th place, 2-5, 5-11 record. But it is worth noting that since they added their new jungler, not really new, but new to the lineup, Xiaopeng, they have gone 2 losses, 5 losses, 4 wins. So they've gone 4-5 with 2 series wins over V5 and E-Star, even though this was probably one of the ugliest matches I've ever seen in my life. But the fact of the matter is they're 2-2 with Xiaopeng in the jungle, and they still have that potential to upset anyone that's not in the top 5 in the LPL. Let's say that, right? So the fact that Rare Adams is 7th with a 4-3 record, 8-6 game record, I mean, this team is good, but, they still have room to fall, right? They're not perfect, okay? And the fact of the matter is, when this team added, they're in the same situation as Thunder Talk. Because they changed junglers from Ike's to Leon. Since then, they lost their first 2 series with Leon. Since then, they've won 3 in a row. But, like, LNG is kind of falling off right now. We saw that versus Top Esports last night. WE right here in this series didn't have their starting mid laner Shanks. They were actually playing with Yi Meng, and Rogue Warriors suck. So these 3 games, I would say take them a little, take them lighter than you would think. Like, you'd think they're coming in with a 6 game win streak, but this one was a bit of a, I don't know if they're winning that one 2-0 with Shanks in the mid lane. And like I said, LNG kind of fell off, so it's an interesting predicament that we're in here where Thunder Talk is in the same situation, right? Where they both changed junglers and they both started doing significantly better, right? So the fact of the matter here is Rare Atom just has better talent. I mean, iBoy is a better ADC than Sam D, I think, personally. I don't think Twilla is as good as Fofo. I think Leon is actually a pretty good jungler, but he does play very aggressive, and that can get him into some issues, get him into some problems. Now, Chalizy, whatever, he's I like his playstyle because he likes to pick things like the Camille and Irelia sometimes. Do not love when he's on the Gnar or the Renekton, but that's not his choice. I don't think. I think that's more the coach. But fact of the matter is, this team, when they got rid of Bless and they put Xiaopeng in the jungle, they're a lot better. They're more proactive in the early game. But overall, I don't know. This is a tough one because TT does have side selection here, right? But you come over here to Game of Legends, and not really sure side selection matters for TT because they're 2-7 on the blue side. So we could even see them sneak in a red side pick here, right? I mean, I'm not predicting it, but they could. Rare Atom over here, let's check theirs to see if there's any significant, thing they can take advantage of. 5-2 on the blue side, so they're probably TT probably not going to pick into red side there because of that. But 3-4 on the red side, I mean, TT definitely has upset potential here in at least one game. I don't know. I wouldn't give them enough credibility or credit yet to say that they're gonna beat Rare Atom here. I think that's more of a fantasy, But fact of the matter is, this is a closer series, I think, than the odds indicate. The odds are Rare Atom minus 526 favorites, so I think that should be more like minus 350 maybe, but ultimately, I mean, people are Thunder Talk got 2-0'd by LGD. So, like, that's not a good sign, right before the break to just get 2-0'd by literally, the worst team in the LPL? Third worst team in the LPL? So, like, it's hard to say that Thunder Talk can upset Rare Atom here. I don't think they can do it, but I think maybe they can take a game. So I'm going to go Rare Adam 2-1 here, because I think Rare Adam just has too much talent on their roster, and they're playing too well with Leon. TT has upset potential with Xiaopeng in the jungle, but they're going to need to pull something out. And I don't want to bank on a team to have to pull something crazy out. I'd rather just bank on the team that's better and just, that's how I'm going to play it here. Rare Adam 2-1. Now let's move over to the next matchup, the last one of the day. We have Team WE taking on E-Star. Now, I think this matchup actually could be closer. I said that for the last one too, but I think this one could be closer than people think, mainly because of a few interesting tidbits that I'm not sure people are going to think about here. E-Star, right? Let's check how they've done. WE has side selection here, so I assume they're going to get blue side twice. E-Star is actually better on the red side, 4 and 6 versus 3 and 7 on the blue. And then you look over WE, let's check theirs. They are actually 8 and 4 on the blue side. 8 and 4 blue side, 4 and 4 red side. So kind of a few more losses than you would think from a team currently sitting in fourth place, right? That 12 and 8 game record is very confusing because look, first place 16 and 2, they're 12 and 8. What does that mean? A lot of their series have been closer, right? I mean, we can get a good look just from right here. Actually, it turns out they haven't had close series. They've just been getting 2-0'd when they lose. Now, this isn't updated. They did 2-0 FPX recently. That was with Shanks back in the mid lane. But the thing about this team is, you'll see here some sort of a trend where they're beating up the weaker teams. I mean, IG is not a weak team. But they beat up TT, they beat up Rogue Warriors. The other teams, it was a 2-1, 2-0 over LNG. But they kind of ran into a rough patch here. 0-2, 0-2, 0-2. Now remember I said Yamang was in the mid lane versus Rare Adam, so we got to give him credit for that. But Shanks was back for both of these series. JDG and RNG have been very good this split, so you can't really fault them too much for that. But I really do think that people are just going to kind of flock to the fact that WE just 2-0'd FPX, right? So the fact that people are going to flock to that so hard, and the fact that WE's pricing on today's slate, or tomorrow's slate, is actually very soft, I would say that you could actually get a lot of leverage here by full stacking E-Star. Not saying that's a smart route, but I'm saying if on these 2-game slates, you want to do multiple lineups, multiple key paths to victory, right? And, I mean, look at this. E-Star pulled out 2 singular game wins out of their past, what was this, 6, 8, 11? Jesus. They suck, okay? E-Star sucks. So no one's going to see that coming if they just come out of nowhere and beat down WE, right? I mean, this is completely off the wall. E-Star has been doing horrible, right? I think they're riding like a 5-series loss streak or something terrible. But the fact of the matter is, they're winning these random games, right? Random game here. These two teams suck, so you got to take 4 out. Basically, this team sucks, okay? It's hard to spin this one. Okay, I'm not going to lie. This is strictly a leverage play if you're playing DFS, okay? Do not think like, oh, E-Star's going to beat him. No, it's like everyone thinks WE could win. Maybe if E-Star wins, then I'll be on the right side of it. But I wouldn't put a lot of money on that because that's a horrible strategy for long term, right? Like just picking the random dog because everyone's on the favorite. Like WE is the much better team here. I mean, the fact that I really got hung up on was this. Like this guy Breathe in the top lane. Like, what's up? He's popping off. He played Irelia. He didn't do it insanely good there. But, like, what? He played Irelia and Jace. And then he went 8-1 and 9 on Jace, laning against Nuggery on frickin' Lucian. Like, who is this guy? You know what I'm saying? Like, this dude is having the split of his life right now, right? And he's a good player. I mean, we've seen him. He was formerly on OMG. This guy's name used to be Curse. But like, damn. Solid play from this guy. I'm going to go WE with the 2-0 here. But like I said, if you're playing DFS, it's worth a shot, especially in that big GPP. Just throw a lineup on E-Star and let it ride, right? Like, don't be throwing like $1,000 on E-Star, but like, throw a little bit of $5, $10 on them. Who cares? It's worth it. But they don't have side selection. TT has side selection, so I mean, if you want to get really crazy, you full stack TT and then you go WE or something like that. But yeah, my picks. I'm not gonna go too crazy on this one because the LPL. I don't know. It's been an interesting start so far after the break. A lot of dogs are not. I mean, look at this. It's all 2-0s. Like, so not really the closest matches so far. Um, I'm gonna go Rare Atom 2-1. I'm gonna go WE 2-0. Those are my picks. If you want my full DFS breakdown, you can find it right here, patreon.com/DFS Hitman. If you want to help support the channel, slide in there, give me a subscription. It's 100% free. Nobody's going to charge you to subscribe to me on YouTube, guys. Maybe give me a like if you can. Follow me on Twitter at Daily Hitman. But other than that, like, let's get it. Let's have fun. Another LPL day. And then tomorrow I'll be back with the 4-game slate. Let's get it, everybody.